Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back again in the World of Tanks Garage. I'm still kind of coming down off my cold, so you'll have to excuse me if you hear me sucking on a cough drop throughout this recording, and maybe having to take a quick pause to cough because I'm still under the weather here, but I had to get this video out for you guys. So with that being said, we're going to run our American M48 Patton today. I love this tank. Great little brawling tank. One of my first medium tier 10s that I ever got. Don't get me wrong. I love the 62A, love the T-54 at tier 9, love all those little tanks. But for just stand there and brawl, I love this tank the best. It's durable, great cannon, can maneuver, can get out of the way, and it's got some decent armor. So with that being said, we're going to take this baby out and see if we get its tracks dirty. So let's go ahead and find ourselves a match, shall we? All right, guys, let's take a look and see what we're dealing with here. We got an E100, another M48 Patton, a 183, and a WT off, and the very, very strong T92 artillery we got to watch out for. He can pretty much just devastate us. So with that being said, Scorpion Pass, let's talk about this map. I don't have a lot of seat time in this map, so I haven't really found a spot that really works well for me. If you actually watch this tier 10 Leopard that's out in front of us, he's going where I normally go, and it seems like when I go there, I don't quite have the support that I need, or the artillery support. And I kind of find myself getting in trouble there, because the problem that you face is where he's going, he's pushing way forward there. And what I find is it helps spot the team, but then if they continue to push or you get shot from the top of the hill, you don't really have a lot of support because of this hill that we're at right here. I don't really have shots. I can't really engage anything, and especially the other hill. But we did have some guys pushing down through the middle there. And then we've got heavy that came up and two mediums that's coming up alongside me. The two heavies to our right. The Leopard still hasn't seen anything. So I see that these guys are going to go ahead and roll forward and try to support this guy. So I kind of felt like I might lead the charge out there with them too, and see if we can kind of get ourselves in the mix, because this is what you need. You need to move forward. Okay, now we're starting to spot the guys. So I see the M48 Patton, and I see the tank destroyer on the right. So I decided I'm going to push up here and see if I can help this 54 over here, because he doesn't have a lot of gun depression, and I do. So I'll be able to work this ridge a little bit better than he probably can. So I'm going to pull up right alongside of him, see if I can get a couple shots, but we got to be careful of artillery over here as well. This M48 Patton, he's worried. He's in trouble. He's getting beat up. I put a nice round into him. The 103 continues to push, but then I hear that WT off gun, so I kind of worry, and I'm like, ooh. Then I see he wasn't looking at me, so I dumped a shell into him. But I got to back up because, again, Artie's going to be looking right here, and I wanted to kind of just fall back a little bit and stay moving. I don't want to get stuck just peeking this hill and just waiting for Artie to zoom in on me. But I also got to be mindful that this is a WT off over here. I got to be very careful. And just as I turned, he pulled out, and I was like, oh no. So I put one round into him and back down the hill. He put a shot into the 54. He bounced one or two off the 54. I was able to see him again. I put one more shot into him. Try to help this 54 out the best I can. And still no artillery running down. I was really quite shocked. So I decided to push up here. Then out of the blue, the 46 Patton pushes me. I tried to snap to him really quick, but the shot went low into the dirt. So I'm just going to use this tank to cover. I get a nice shot into the side of him. Just keep using this tank right here for cover. I said it was probably not a good plan to roll that way. So I pull up, I get reloaded, I focus in, I get a nice shot into him again. Now he's pretty weak. Now they pushed around, they're kind of flanking these guys, so I decided to push up and try to see if I can get one last kill shot on this guy. I go to snap to him, and just as I snap, he dies. So, nice push and support on this side. So at this point, I feel like maybe they're rolling around the backside, maybe pushing our flag. So I decide to turn around, and what do I find? WT Panzer IV. I'm trying to save artillery here. I get a shot into him and kill him. Sorry guys, I had a little bit of a cough there. I was trying to tell you what I was doing there. So at this point, I decided to push the middle, run up here, see if I can get to this ridge and maybe see these guys up on the top of the hill. Now, if you look at our team, we got a little bit of advantage. But that 92 is still on the board, and now it's detected. So I'm waiting for it to die because he's a cannon that I don't want on the board. Okay, he's dead. Now look at the stats of the team right here. We're doing fairly well. We got a little bit of advantage. Our artery's gone. I see a shot here. I bounce. I see a shot there. He goes back into cover. I see a shot over here possibly. No. So I'm like getting impatient. I'm like, okay, what about this Tiger 2? No, he's behind a rock. Okay, what about this 183? No, he's behind a rock as well. I'm like trying to fish for any kind of shot that I got. So this is where I struggle with this map, is trying to get some shots. STB1, I finally zoom in. Good, I get a nice clean shot on him. Now look at all these tanks that are lit up. I'm like, okay, here's one right here. Oh, he goes back into cover. I'm like, are you gonna back up? He looks like he's gonna back up. So I blind fire around just to see if I see him. Nothing. Okay, STB1 again. Oh, he backs off. And this is what I struggle with this map, is it's like you can get up on that ridge and just hide on the back side of it. So it makes it very difficult unless you go up there chasing him. So I see the light tank and I try to get a shot on him. I'm going to catch him at here. He stops and I bounce off his turret. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot catch a break right now. The 183. Okay, he shows himself. I shoot at him. Crack him. And then he repairs it. I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Focus on this location.
WZ dumps in and out of cover. 54, I see he's dropped down off the hill. He's going towards our base along with the STB1. Those guys are probably in a platoon together. I see the WZ. He gets set on fire. Try to take a shot at him. I miss. So now, these guys are just peekabooing, and I can't get a shot. I'm getting kind of frustrated. But if you notice, they're starting to actually catch up to our team. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, we had a couple more tanks, and they took a couple of them out. So I was kind of getting a little nervous here. I was like, man, are we going to lose this? So I decided to push up a little bit further, see if I may be able to get some eyes on some stuff. Maybe a little bit, being a little bit closer. I wanted to peek this ridge and see if I could see him coming down this right-hand side. And I didn't. So I was like, okay, I got to push towards the flag. I spot the STB1 up on the hill. Now I'm detected. He gets taken out. But then one of ours tanked. I'm thinking, man, are these guys going to dig in and win? Like, oh my God, the WZ pushed all the way around and I'm dead sight and he somehow missed. So I see it on the map. I see the guy pushing right, but I got this E100 that's pushing me. Now I'm really panicking. I'm like, oh God, that one just missed.
That one ricocheted.
Full lower plate. And it bounced. I was so disappointed.
Focus attention here.
So I see him on the map and I'm seeing him pinging it, and I already know that. So I'm like, okay, I gotta start hot footing it back to the base. But I don't want to give this E100 my side. So I see he's down behind the hill, so I think this is my opportunity to move. But you can see they have caught up. They've caught up. They're only one tank out and an artillery. Like, they fought back. For a moment, I thought we might lose this. Now, going down here, I know that this is probably the 54 and something else. Probably these two platoon mates. There's the WZ. I put a snapshot to him and I miss, and I was like, oh, if I could have just zoomed in a second longer. But he missed as well, so it was no big deal. The other tank comes around, shoots the WZ. I go ahead and I shoot the 54 and I bounce. He puts a shot in my track that distracts me. My tracks absorb it. We go ahead and push forward. We should be able to end him here. He pushes the ST. I get a shot into the side right here. I was going to push around and I see the STV was wanting his butt in, so I just turned around and put my frontal armor to him. He was more concerned with me than he was the STB, but then I went ahead and put a round into him. Now we're getting control of this match. We got one tank left, and then all of a sudden I see it, and he's dead. So great win on our part. Like I said, I'm still trying to get used to how to play this map. There's still some positions that I like and I don't like, and I'm still trying to get used to it. But, you know, we did 3,689. We blocked 333 assisted. So, I mean, I'll take it. 368 or 3,689, I'll take it any day of the week. Like, that's great in this tank. So let's go ahead and look. Looks like we were first on the team, first in the whole lobby. So in damage, so I'll take it. We didn't place quite that high, but we was the most damage dealt. You can see we hit the just like little shots here, 1 there, 2 there. The WZ we missed. STB we hit once. The WT off I hit him for 3 times for 1257. There was a majority of my damage. We really messed him up and took him out of the game. But you can see just 1s and 2s shots here and there to finish guys off. I mean, this tank can just do like massive amounts of damage in a short amount of time. We fired 21 shots. We hit 14. We pinned 10. So we actually pinned 12 or 10 shots and still did 3,600. We shot a little more than I would have hoped, but there was a couple shots that we took just trying to blind fire a couple people, but it gets a little expensive in the Patton, that's for sure. So, but with that being said, we still came out on top of the damage with 3,689, so I'll take it. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. That way you know when we're posting the YouTube content and when we're live streaming. If you haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out. Be part of the audience. If you're new to those channels, smash those follow buttons. So again, sorry for my voice, guys, and the coughing all the time, but I'm still trying to come down with this cold, or trying to get rid of this cold. I'm coming down from it, and hopefully we'll get back on track here soon. So I hope you're all having a great day, and we'll see your faces on the battlefield. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out my video. If you enjoyed that video, hit that thumbs up button, and be sure to subscribe for future videos.